The set shit, production design is shit. It's all awful. I think we're gonna fire everyone, especially all the scientists. Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Do you think anyone's gonna believe that we actually went to Australia to shoot this?
No, we're into space. It's Space Invaders. Don't be stupid.
At the very first RTX in Austin, Texas, we filmed an episode of Immersion with everyone there, and it was badass. It was a zombie horror immersion. And so whenever we decided to do RTX Australia, we were like, well, you know what? We should do another episode of Immersion. So it's full circle. We're back with the community filming another episode of Immersion, and that's how you got Space Invaders.
Michael, would you hit something, please?
I'm trying! It's the gun! It's not me!
We needed something with a lot of people. Space Invaders was actually perfect because it's an entire army of aliens, or as Gavin coined the term, Australia-aliens.
The real challenge was trying to make everything look good from above, from the camera that's 40 feet up high. 'Cause the whole point of this is we need to make it look like Space Invaders.
So they're coming down, you know, and that's essentially the top of where they're going to be.
Tilt up just a hair and get a little more up there.
There were a lot of challenges when we were originally discussing the idea and to figure out, you know, what the lab rats are going to be shooting back at the aliens, what the aliens are going to look like. One of the big things that we landed on was most of the aliens were all going to be armed with different types of water balloons, with some with slime, some with shaving cream, some just with water. So that way they weren't just hitting Michael and Ryan, but there was actually something getting on them, and that was going to add to the comedy of the video.
Yeah, they're gonna get messy. I want one to go in Michael's mouth. Would be my ideal scenario. So he's like choking on slime.
Dude, this is going well! This is actually working out! Oh, shit! Oh, God! It went in my mouth!
Have fun, man.
Fine. Finish him! You alright? This hurt.
Dude, I just got hit like 100 times. There were so many. I'm just like,
I was like, alright, one wave.
I was getting fucking killed.
So I'm gonna count down from 3, so I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1. I didn't really have a role to begin with because I was tricked into being on the production. But then I showed up, so I basically ended up kind of directing the community members that showed up. 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
And doing the Hitler.
1, and I started preaching my ideology to them. It really was working. Like they were marching, you know, with us. We're going to invade places like this. Fuck you. Fuck you, Gavin.
So when we set out to do this third season of Immersion, one thing we knew we wanted to do was just mix it up and throw the rule book out into the whatever. I don't know where you throw a rule book when you're done with it, but that's where we put it. We mixed up our scientists, we mixed up our lab rats, basically anything went. The thing with any show as you go from season to season is being able to adapt and change and try new things. It gave us a lot of really cool dynamics like Miles and Carrie. I've always thought Ryan and Michael, they would be great together. With this last episode, it was cool to see them as lab rats and Gavin ascend to the lead scientist role. And it was just Bernie just kind of watching and nodding. The seat of his loins has risen to be a scientist.
This is actually my second time in the lab coat. I was recently promoted from lab cat.
Lab cat. Leave that in.
From lab cat to scientist.
Why didn't you get promoted?
I don't know. What the fuck?
You should be wearing white.
I mean, well, the thing is, I don't want to. Nobody wants to be a scientist. But I just feel a little slighted. You know, they didn't offer it to me. I really wanted to tell Bernie no and turn him down, like when he offered me a job, and I went, no.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have a bucket of ammo.
That makes sense, just so we can actually put more bullets in the gun. Because I think it's gonna take a while to reload this.
Can I get a practice throw with my thing in?
Yeah.
Can we try it on?
If you're not a scientist, I assume you're gonna be me.
It's the only thing I have.
Yeah.
I have no other talent.
You really got it. You got it locked
My
down.
only talent is right here.
At the end of the day, Rooster Teeth as a company and RTX as an event, it all comes down to the people who are watching and the community who comes out to these things.
It was fun. It was fun, yeah.
It was so cool being able to see the staff work on something that they genuinely care about. Even if it is Ryan pushing Michael on a little cart.
It was amazing. Seeing Cheer as RT staff walk by the main doors was an awesome thing. Seeing everyone in the community there.
I don't have words to describe how much fun it was just to be in the same room as a production of Rooster Teeth. Like, I've been watching for years, but it just hasn't ever occurred to me that I'd be in it.
We all sit and watch the same thing, and we're all there for each other. And it was awesome to see that in reality in just one area that whole weekend. And it just feels awesome to be part of the community.
That's the point of this whole thing. It's like, let's make something fun. Let's make something that people go home and be like, that was the most fun experience I've ever had in my life. No issues whatsoever. Certainly no one ending up in the hospital. You certainly won't see anything like that next week whenever we release the sponsor version of this with Lindsay and Barbara, because that didn't happen. There's nothing, no one went to the hospital whatsoever. I gotta go.